Ever wondered what makes a Rolex? Well, a Rolex, it's more than just a watch. It's a symbol of precision, luxury, and an unwavering commitment to quality. But have you ever truly thought about what goes into creating one of these masterpieces? Today, we're going behind the curtain, deep into the heart of Rolex's legendary manufacturing process. Forget what you think you know. This isn't just an assembly line. It's a world of science, art, and obsession. Rolex is famously secretive. They don't do factory tours. But through years of research, insider accounts, and careful analysis, we've pieced together the incredible journey of a Rolex watch, from a block of metal to a timeless icon on your wrist. It all starts with the materials, and Rolex doesn't mess around. Most watchmakers use a stainless steel alloy called 316L. It's good, it's industry standard, but Rolex, they use 904L steel, which they call oyster. This isn't just a fancy marketing name. 904L is significantly more resistant to corrosion and pitting, especially from salt water and sweat. It's the kind of steel usually reserved for the aerospace and chemical industries. Why the extra effort? Because for Rolex, good enough is never good enough. They even have their own in-house foundry where they create this proprietary steel, along with their own unique gold alloys, like Everose Gold, which is designed never to fade. This level of vertical integration is almost unheard of, and gives them complete control over quality from the very first step. Once the raw materials are perfected, the real magic begins: crafting the case. The iconic Rolex Oyster case starts as a solid block of that 904L steel, or precious metal. It's heated to over 1,100 degrees Celsius and then stamped into a rough case shape with a press that exerts over 250 tons of force. This isn't a delicate process. It's a show of industrial might, but from this raw power, precision emerges. This rough blank then undergoes a series of over 150 separate machining operations. Robots and highly skilled technicians work in harmony, milling, drilling, and polishing the case to within microns of its final design. The famous fluted bezel on a Datejust, for example, isn't just decorative. Historically, it was a functional design that allowed the bezel to be screwed down onto the case, ensuring waterproofness. Today, it's a hallmark of distinction, and each flute is machined with absolute precision. The case back is also screwed down with a special tool exclusive to Rolex watchmakers, sealing the watch hermetically like a submarine hatch. Now, let's talk about the heart of the watch: the movement. While other luxury brands might source movements from specialized manufacturers, Rolex makes every single one of its movements entirely in-house. We're talking about hundreds of tiny, intricate components, some no bigger than a grain of sand. All manufactured and assembled by Rolex in their Swiss facilities. The level of detail is staggering. Each component is machined, decorated, and finished to the highest standard, even parts you will never see unless you're a certified watchmaker. This isn't just for aesthetics. The finishing, like the polished bevels on the bridges, helps reduce friction and improve the movement's longevity and performance. One of Rolex's most famous innovations is the Parakram hairspring. This is the tiny coiled spring that regulates the timekeeping of the watch. It's made from a special alloy of niobium and zirconium, which makes it virtually unaffected by magnetic fields and up to 10 times more resistant to shocks than traditional hairsprings. This tiny component is crucial for the watch's accuracy. Manufacturing it is an incredibly complex process that took Rolex 5 years of research and development to perfect. Once all the hundreds of parts are ready, they are passed on to the watchmakers. But here's the twist. A lot of the initial assembly is done by high-tech robots. This might sound less romantic, but it ensures a level of consistency and precision that is humanly impossible to replicate thousands of times over. The robots handle tasks like applying the exact amount of lubricant to a specific point or placing tiny screws. But don't worry, the human touch is still paramount. The final assembly, the delicate process of placing the balance wheel, setting the hands, and making the final adjustments, is all done by hand by master watchmakers. Each movement is assembled, tested, and then sent to the COSC, the official Swiss Chronometer Testing Institute. After a rigorous 15-day trial, if it passes, it earns the title of chronometer. But for Rolex, that's still not enough. After the movement receives its COSC certification, it's sent back to Rolex, placed inside its case, and then subjected to another round of even more stringent tests. This is the superlative chronometer certification. Rolex simulates real-world conditions to test the cased-up watch for its timekeeping accuracy, waterproofness, and power reserve, the final tolerance, an astonishing plus or minus 2 seconds per day. That's more than twice as accurate as the standard for a COSC certified chronometer. While the movement is being perfected, another team is working on the face of the watch. The dial. A Rolex dial is a work of art in its own right. They are also made entirely whether it's a classic sunray finish, a vibrant lacquer, or even dials made from meteorite or mother of pearl, each one is a miniature masterpiece. The hour markers and hands, usually made of gold to prevent tarnishing, are applied with meticulous care. Many of them are filled by hand with Rolex's proprietary luminescent material, chromalite, which glows a distinctive blue in the dark. The famous Rolex crown logo, a tiny piece of polished gold, is applied by hand to the dial. It's a moment of symbolic importance, marking the dial as officially Rolex. Now, let's bring it all together. The certified movement is carefully placed into its finished case. The dial and hands are mounted. The crystal, often with its signature Cyclops lens to magnify the date, is fitted. This isn't just any piece of glass, it's virtually scratch-proof synthetic sapphire. The case back is screwed down tight, and the winding crown, with its twin-lock or triplock waterproofness system, is secured. Finally, the bracelet, whether it's the robust oyster, the elegant jubilee, or the prestigious president bracelet, each one is an engineering marvel. The links are individually machined, polished, and assembled. The clasps are designed to be secure yet comfortable, with clever micro-adjustment systems that allow the wearer to make small changes for a perfect fit without any tools. Before a Rolex can leave the factory, it undergoes one last, exhaustive quality control check. Every single function is tested. The waterproofness is verified in pressurized water tanks. The watch is visually inspected from every angle under bright lights to ensure there isn't a single flaw, not one microscopic scratch or speck of dust. Only after passing this final, uncompromising inspection is it given its green seal and its 5-year international guarantee. So, when you see a Rolex, you're not just looking at a watch, you're looking at a self-contained world of innovation. From their own steel foundry to their own secret R&D labs. From robotic precision to the irreplaceable skill of a master watchmaker, every step is controlled, perfected, and obsessed over. It's a process built on a century of tradition, but constantly pushing the boundaries of technology. That relentless pursuit of perfection is what's truly being crafted inside a Rolex. It's not just about telling time. It's about defining it. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Rolex. It's a fascinating subject, and we've only just scratched the surface. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like it, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the comments what you found most surprising about how a Rolex is made. Until next time, stay curious.